Welcome for today's discussion on classical theory in management. It is one of the important foundation of studying organization. Today our discussion will be on classical school related with Henry Fayol. Many times you might have heard the word classic or classical. What is the meaning of it? Even you study the classical school or classical theory in the area of economics or political science. Classical means they are useful on everyday life. That's why we call it classical. They are going on to guide you in a daily life. In management, there are four contribution. First, Henry Fayol. He was called as the founder of the management school or administrative management in public administration. Second, we have Frederick Winslow Taylor, who was the founder of Scientific Management School in public administration. Third, we have Max Weber, founder of the Bureaucratic School in public administration. Fourth, we have Luthers Gallic and Lindol Week in public administration. Hence, contribution of all these four people together, we are calling it as classical school. Today we are going to discuss about classical theory of Henry Fayol. Before that, what is organization and why Henry Fayol is important for us? We should know it. Henry Fayol identifies the process and functioning of organization. What it means? It means how to run an industrial organization. Generally, there are many organizations. See, government is an organization, health department is an organization, university is an organization, hospital is an organization, family is an organization. Whereas after industrial revolution, particularly in Western European countries, new development has taken place, but there was a problem: how to run an industrial organization. So the important aspect is how to start the study of industrial organization. And there was no clear-cut method or techniques to study industrial organization. Nobody has given the principle before. Because if we want to study any of the organization, we should know the principle. But we don't have any principle. Only the first person that provide the clear-cut answer to all the questions at the time was Henry Fayol. That's why we call Henry Fayol as the founder father of management school. In today's class, we are going to cover about the contribution of Henry Fayol. We will know the principles of management as discussed by Henry Fayol. These are the basic objectives of our today's class. So before starting the class in detail, I want to remind you, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever we upload the new video, you get the notification. Now let's start the session. Henry Fayol was a French mining engineer, mining executive, author, directors of mines who developed general theory of business administration that we all know. And these theory of business administration often called Fayolism after his name. He and his colleague developed this theory independently of scientific management, but roughly contemporaneously. Like his contemporary Taylor, he is widely acknowledged as the father of modern management method. Taylor was born in 1841 in a suburb of Constantinople, currently Istanbul, located in Turkey. His father, who was an engineer, was in the military at the time. He was appointed as superintendent of work to build Galata Bridge, which bridge the Golden Horn. This bridge was very important, in fact. You can see the bridge in the picture. His family returned to France in 1847. Fuel graduated from the mining academy in Saint Atnay in 1860. In 1860, at the age of 19, Fuel started working at the mining company as the mining engineer. He was hired by Stephen Monet, who decided to hire the best engineer from the Saint Atnay Mining School. Fuel joined the firm as an engineer and trainee, but because of his dedication and hard work, soon he became the manager of the company. During his time at the mining, he studied causes of underground fire, how to prevent them, how to reclaim mining area that have been burnt, and developed a knowledge of the structure. In 1888, he was promoted to director. During his time as director, he made changes to improve the working situation in the mines, such as allowing employees to work in team, changing the division of labor, and so on. In 1900, Fuel became a member of the board. Eventually, the board decided to abandon its iron and steel business and coal mines. Hard time. He chose Henry Fuel to oversee this as the new managing director. Turning point. Upon receiving the position, Fuel presented the board with a plan to restore the firm. The board accepted the proposal. And when he retired in 1918, the company was financially strong and one of the largest industrial combines in Europe. If you come to the career and the life of the Henry Fuel, he is well known for his general principles of management formed early in the 20th century. Fuel used to say, we have to identify some of the principles and practice exactly what it is. There was his evidences that he had purchased two terrible lost companies and developed within 5 years as a flourishing company. That's why everybody was surprised. What was the technique and logic behind the Henry Fuel's work? After his retirement in 1916, Fuel developed the rest of his life writing on management principles and practices. Among his publications, the most widely read was the book General and Industrial Management, which was published in French in 1916. It was translated into English. First edition was 1925. At the time of 1925, within a year, it was sold 15,000 copies against it. Later, it was translated into 15 different languages, including Hebrew. But there was some problem in the English translation. In the world literature, whenever work is translated, they use different types of words. So every time when Henry Fuel used the word administration, there was not exact word of administration, so people translated it into management. So everybody thinks he is the management thinker and father of management. But in reality, in 1949, the second English edition came and was accepted as the perfect English translation. But by the time Henry Fuel was called as the management thinker. See, there was no theory of administration, there was no theory of management, there were no principle when Henry Fuel started his career. He has taken each and every principle from his practice. From where he has taken? From his practice. And then he started about the teaching all these things in various organizations. Fuel subdivided the operation of an industrial undertaking into 6 independent activities. So in the organization, how many activities should be performed? 6. First, technical activity. It includes production, manufacturing, and adaptation. Second, commercial activity. It deals in buying and selling and exchanges. Third activity is financial activity. includes provisions of capital, optimum use of capital. This is the first important aspect that management and administrative thinkers started. Fourth is security, that is protection of property and person. He says person is important, his health is important. Nowadays, in human resource development, important aspect is health. If health is good, the person employed in the organization is good and he can work according to the instructions given to him. The fifth is accounting activity. It includes stock taking, balance sheet, costing, statistics, and so on. Henry Fayol opinion is that this activity is another important activity in the organization. Nowadays, in every organization, it is very important aspect. To check, nowadays we have auditing. Sixth and the final activity is management activity. It includes planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Listen, Fayol is quite indifferent whether those exercising this activity, that is management activity, is described as managing director, supervisor, clerk, etc. He is concerned with the functions and not with the people and their designation. He is sensitive to the fact that those holding positions at higher level in the hierarchy would devote larger proportion of their time to the functions than employees at the lower level. Accordingly, he classified the key functions into five main elements. What are those five elements? Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Now, these functions are known by different names, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. This has given different type of a name to Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol observed that for each group of activity, certain basic abilities are necessary to carry them out. What are the qualities which is being needed? First one is physical quality, second one mental quality, third one moral quality, then general education, then specialized knowledge of the task assigned. The last one is experience. So to carry out these qualities are necessary. Although management activity has been placed last in the classification we have seen, out of the six, management activities having the sixth position. Fayol observed that the major ability required in the operation of an industrial undertaking lies in the performance of managerial function. He held that the strong technical and other activity in an organization will get flunked to attain result if the managerial activity is weak. That is, if managerial function is not executed properly, the result cannot be attained. That's all we have in this video. Meet you soon with a new video. Till then, God bless you all. Thanks for watching.